All right, today is November 23rd, 2013, Saturday, and we will start our lecture for today. Our topic for today is to talk about the different type of business organization. And other than that, if you have any presentation, is there any presentation for today? I hope so. Otherwise, if everybody put together on the last day, we may not have sufficient time, but if there is no, this fine. You let me know, okay? Otherwise, I will continue my lecture for today. So topic for today is we will discuss the different business organization, okay? So we have a few options to operate your business, okay? Here. And also, by the way, our next, the very last session of this class is scheduled on December 22nd, and that is Sunday. That is on Sunday. So, sorry about the inconvenience, but that's the best we can arrange. As I said, okay, if there is no presentation for today, then everybody, you need to finish your presentation on this day. So you better show up, okay? And we don't have too much choice, we don't have too much option, and that is our very last day. Any questions so far?
Yeah, do we still need to upload
Yes, upload on the same day. When you finish everything, yeah, you upload. You want to upload before that is fine, but the very last time, the deadline for the uploading that is on the same day, 6 p.m. So that really means if you decided not to upload that before that, then you do your presentation in the morning, then you go home, you upload it. So
okay, the presentation we do in the class.
that's correct.
Then we upload the
You can upload before or after, that's your choice. But the deadline is 6 p.m. on 22nd.
Okay, but that's also a video presentation.
Yes,
Oh, it's just-
yes, yes. Your oral presentation is in the class. You know, you can follow out your same presentation in the video. That's fine. You can deviate. You know, a little bit different is fine. Your choice. Right.
Oh, okay. Well, it was the same question. We'll have to record a voice, like.
Yes, just like
online,
you did before, right?
Okay.
For your YouTube presentation, of course, you need to record it. Okay, then you need to, of course, your slide. You need to, incorporate your slide in your video. Animation, whatever, yeah. So
But that is uploaded to public.
public, right? Any public website would be fine. YouTube usually is the very popular one, but you prefer another website, that's fine. Oh, you mean you want to hide it as a private, not as a public? Is that you mean?
Yeah. If
Oh, that will be fine. You can, so for example, if you upload to YouTube, you can choose unlisted. You can choose this is unlisted. That really means nobody can find it.
But
except
sharing
you.
with,
Right, except you provide the link to somebody else.
okay.
So it's very secure if you really want to. Yeah, that will be your choice.
Can we do the video later on?
What do you mean later on? Because the deadline is on 22nd, so I don't know how do you define the later on.
No, like it's after week.
Any reason for that? Because after we this is at the end of the year. Any reason why you want to? I want to hear your reason.
Oh yeah, somebody may not want to post their videos on the YouTube.
Oh, to delete, right, you say?
Yeah,
You delete, not reload. You delete the video after we send it to you.
But as Riley just mentioned, you can choose as
Unless
unlisted.
You can find it. I can guarantee you.
You still can find it.
Yeah. There's always a way. Always a hole. People can find it.
Oh, I just cannot imagine people is that interesting.
if
in
someone
your-
really want to find you,
Right.
It's matter of how.
when you
Okay.
make the video, they already done.
But
That's what.
But-
Just seeing the
but
options.
the thing is, if you presentation in the morning, then how many hours do you need to modify your final version? You need 1 week to finalize. This is what you mean? Because I just want to hear your reason.
Oh.
The reason why I put on 22nd is I won't be available on the 29th because I'll be gone. So if I put on the 29 as a deadline, they really mean nothing because I cannot check whether or not you upload until I back. Probably that's January already. So, and also probably school want me to provide the final grade. That is the only reason why I prefer you upload there on 22nd. But if you have a very legitimate reason, you cannot upload and until 1 week, then probably I can compromise.
Okay. No, I have no problem uploading if it's required to upload. Only thing is later on, we can put it on the YouTube.
Oh, okay. If you really you concerned, how about that? You okay?
Let's say for a month.
Let me put it this way. For any confidential information, you do not put on your final upload version. You can do whatever oral presentation in the classroom because there's not recording at all. So I think that's pretty secure. But if you really concerned about the confidential information in your final YouTube, then you do not do anything in there. Because I still hope I can ask our student upload on 22nd. Then I can provide the final grade to the school by then. 29 may be too late because I cannot check on 29. Then that really means I cannot provide the final grade to school probably until January. That will be too late.
I see.
So I know you're concerned. If you really concerned about the leak, then I would recommend you do not incorporate any confidential information on your final YouTube version. You can do your, that kind of information presentation here. How's that? So yeah. So is this compromise?
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter.
Can we not just post on YouTube at the center? Like, can I have extended 1 or 2 more days after 22nd? Sunday is a presentation, but the post.
I think 2 to 3 days is fine. 1 week may be too late because I think I'll be gone after the 25th. Okay. So I think if we can compromise, you upload the deadline is how about 24.
Okay. Yeah.
24 is Tuesday, so you have 2 days to polish or delete something from your final video. How's that?
Okay. Yeah, I'm not concerned about deadline. My main concern is the
The
video
leak.
stays there forever.
Yes. So the suggestion is if you're really concerned about that, then you do not incorporate any confidential information there. That's the way to protect you.
It's kind of hard to not including
I don't think it's not that hard, because you made a decision which part you want to put in, because it will not affect your final grade at all. And how's that? So the deadline is 24. How's that?
Okay. Yeah. Well, 21st. I also have other.
Oh, you have another. Okay. That's good. That's very legitimate. That is very legitimate. Okay. So that's our compromise. Okay. All right. So I put on here. So it's the video. So how's this? Okay, final video uploaded by 6 p.m. December 24th, 6 p.m. Then you give me the link, all right? And highly recommend you can also open up, send the link to our classmate, okay? Because that is the whole purpose. That is the whole purpose. As I said, if you really concern certain part of the presentation, then just don't include in your final video. All right. Okay, so let's talk about different option, business organization type. I just assume for the majority, of the new business, we may start with as a sole proprietorship. That's my big assumption, okay, and also maybe true, okay. the feature, okay, the feature as a sole proprietorship is you are the only person who is responsible for the financial application, okay, and also of course you are the only one who is going to take the benefit, going to take the profit from this business, all right? And the reason why, number one, is very simple to start with. You don't have to do too much thing, and you can do it almost by your own, right? And usually, okay, I'm talking about the sole proprietorship, okay? And the whole procedure is usually you just go to the county where either you live there, or if you don't want to run your own business from your home, and you rent a very, very low cost office, and sometimes people pay under $100 per month just to rent a PO box. But you know, when I say PO box, it's not PO box, okay? It's not PO box from the post office. You just go to like a UPS store or any other similar type, and they're gonna rent you one small mailbox. However, they provide you the look like real address. The reason why is for certain type of government agency, they require you to provide the physical address instead of PO box for some information. And for those people, you don't want to disclose your residence address. However, you want to save money. That is the best way to start up your business, okay? So go out to rent PO box. However, you can provide the law-like real physical address, right? So number one, you arrange this address. And then number two, you go to the county where that address located. So sometimes don't go to the wrong county, okay? So for example, you live in Fremont, city of Fremont. You live in the city of Fremont. However, you rent a PO box, but which provides you physical address located in Milpitas. Probably you just cross the street. However, it is located in the different county. So in this scenario, even though you live in Fremont, however, your business eventually located in Milpitas, that is Santa Clara County. And then you follow all your business address. So you go to Santa Clara County to file business fictitious name. Right. Sometimes we say this is business fictitious hear me to spell it. Am I right? If I have a typo here, correct me, okay? Fictitious name, okay? FBTN. Help me out to find out the right spelling, okay? Fictitious name. It is like around $35, under $40. Each county charge a different fee, okay? And
50,
35,
35.
under $40. And usually, if you really want to make it a little bit more complicated, you can choose multiple names if you really want to. I don't know what's the purpose, but say for example, Mr. John Smith, okay, and would like to run his business as a ABC liquor store or XYZ semiconductor, for example, okay? You can do whatever different line you want, okay? under one application. And the reason why you want to file one application under multiple name is you can save a little bit money. Instead of file each application for each name, you can file one under one application with multiple business name if you really want to. Okay, and as far as I remember, to file one name is about $35, and you have one extra, probably just $15 more. So you save money on registration, and it is good for 5 years.
So 5 years.
So it's very, very money saving, good for 5 years. After 5 years, you just pay then current fee. Maybe keep the same fee, or maybe they increase a little bit, but every 5 years you just renew it. Okay. For the first time application, right? You need to publish, and so when you file this application with the county, remember to ask the clerk which newspaper is approved by that county. All right, and different newspaper, different charge. So you better off pick out the least expensive one because it's the same effect. Once you publish it 3 times, follow out the local rule, then you're done. Okay, you're done. You go ahead, Marina.
Or you don't do that? You don't follow with the newspaper or the local newspaper? What happened? You got to file?
Okay, all right. As I say, the requirement is for the first time application, you must publish this application to the public and give somebody else opportunity to change it. You are using the same name. They come and say, oh, no way, you cannot use this name because I'm the person and I registered under the same name already, so you cannot use the same one. So for the first time application, it is required, okay, you must publish on the local newspaper which is approved by the county. If you fail to do that without publication, your application become invalid. It just become invalid. You spend the money, then you cannot use it. The city gonna send you the notice, your application being suspended, and you need to do it again. So do I answer your concern? Go ahead.
How long does it take to complete the process for newspaper registration and publishing?
You can complete this in 1 day. So that's the reason why I'll spend more time focus on sole proprietorship. After this, I will tell you how to file the tax return eventually. So at this moment, we're talking about how to set up your business in 1 day and by yourself, all by yourself. And my impression for publication, usually the county they require 3 times publication. You don't need to worry about that. The newspaper they're gonna handle that. Okay, they're gonna publish certain times, comply with the local rule, and after that they'll send a notice to the county. So there's no any hassle. And my impression is 3 times publication should be under $100, around $50, $60. So everything together probably under $100. You complete everything in 1 day, and you don't need to wait. You don't have to wait the completion of 3 times publication. You don't have to worry about that. Once you send out your payment to newspaper and assuming they are reliable, then you can do your business right away. So you can run your business, everything together in 1 day. So this is how you set up your new business.
So if we file for multiple names, the multiple names will show up on the newspaper.
That's correct. Right, under the same publication. So this is another way of saving money. And 5 years after, once you continue it, renew it, no more publication. So as long as the county will send you the notice, usually it's 60 days before the termination expiration, and you just send the money in, then you just continue forever, almost forever. Okay.
But for example, the name you register, does it have some sort of protection? Can others use the same name?
Okay, that's kind of very tricky, alright? Because for the business fictitious, it is not trademark law, okay? It is not protected under the trademark. Trademark is totally different area. For business fictitious purposes, it's kind of very loose. The regulation is very loose. Number one, county clerk will not conduct any investigation. They don't even check computer, they don't do that. So even you use the same name somebody already used, as long as that person does not change it, does not contest, you are okay. So you will see so many people would like to use AAA. I would say this is the most popular one. If you check the record, all of those names eventually you can check online. They are all available online. However, county clerk just doesn't bother to check at all. As long as you submit, you publish, and no anyone come out to contest, you're okay to use. Until the moment someone come out and say, "Wow, you violate my trademark protection," then you need to consider to change that. Otherwise, you are safe. You just go ahead to use it. So do I answer your questions? Of course, it's better off. It's always better off you create one unique name. Always. I don't know why people so much like to use AAA. I don't know why.
For example, you have a name first, and someone tried to copy you and use the same name. Is this legal? Typically, on the legal part, who will win the suit?
Usually, who never first use it. Usually. So that's why I highly recommend you create one unique name. It's not that difficult.
But how to confirm our name is unique?
For what kind of purposes? For business fictitious or for trademark? Because that is a different level.
For trademark.
Okay, you can also check. There are two levels trademark protection. The first level is a state, and trademark registration with state that is with Secretary of State. Each state is usually handled by Secretary of the State of that state. So you just check the state of Secretary of State website, and you can see. And usually it's very least cost to file the registration with the state. And the next level, that's the nationwide, United States, federal level. So really depends on how large the territory you want to protect. How large you want to protect under the nationwide or under the state will be fine, or even don't bother. Don't bother. All right. So it really depends on you. Usually, that is my suggestion is you never know how long your business can last for. Hopefully forever. However, you never know, right? So to begin with, usually we always on the trial basis. You create a name and don't spend too much money, then you just file the business fictitious name for a while. Say, when I say for a while, I mean probably 1 year or 2 years, okay? Then you feel you can really make it, then you consider to file corporation. And by that time, you should at least consider to file the state trademark protection. Protect your name and also protect your mark. You need to create some kind of logo or mark. So this is my suggestion. Don't spend too much money to begin with. You never know. Statistically, 95% the new business fail after a year. So there's no sense to put so much money in, and very high possibility the business will fail. All right. So that eventually, for your future you are going to write your business plan. One part of your business plan is the plan B, that is exit plan. So what if it does not work out? How can you finish? How can you finish this business? So my suggestion is don't spend too much money. But by the time you consider from this to corporation, then remember, okay, I told you today, by that time consider to file at least state level trademark protection. Well, if you really want to spend money to begin with, that's fine. No problem. Come to see me. Yeah. All right. So,
But you say these 3 levels, so state, federal, and then it's worldwide, or?
no, nationwide. Yeah, you can file international one, but they're gonna become very, very expensive. You need to pay the money for each country. And also, okay, when you file with the state level or the country level, you need to specify which category you want to be protected, and you pay money for each category. Say, for example, this logo is under the software, for example, is under the sport merchandise. It is under the appearance, clothing merchandise. For each different category, you pay one-time fee. So it becomes very, very expensive. So I don't believe you want to be covered by everything. Okay, it's almost no way. So for example, IBM is protected under as a information system, right? So you can use IBM as a restaurant. If they don't file the IBM as a restaurant logo or trademark, it's free for everybody to use it. All right. So I answer your questions, right? The whole purpose to file the business fictitious name is once you receive the certificate from the county, they will have the stamp on it. Okay, this is only 1 page of paper, only 1 page. So easy. You take this 1 page certificate, you go to the bank. So that is the next step. You go to any bank, open all your business checking account. Understand? That is the whole purpose. We don't even care about the city business license. We don't even care about that. Business license eventually is not even required by law. It's almost as a voluntary basis. It's almost like, even though, I should correct myself, okay? Even though for each city, they have the local rule to require any business owner to pay and file business license with the city. However, if you don't do that, there's no penalty. There is no penalty. Okay? However, if your business is such kind open up for public, say for example, we go to Mariano, your case, if you open out the sport facility, open out to public, then your business is subject to more regulation. For example, fire department. So if your business is subject to more regulation, then if you don't file business license, then you'll get a penalty. So you understand? Business license by itself is more like a volunteer. However, if your business subject to more government agency supervision, the business license more and more become statutory. Because without that, you cannot pass another investigation. So it may become prerequisite. Okay? But right now, I'm only talking about the business fictitious name. That is fundamental. Without that filing, you cannot open up your business checking account.
And if you don't want to open a business account, then you don't need to file.
That's correct. That's correct. But I just cannot imagine how can you run a business without a business
Just use your
checking account.
personal.
Yeah, I know that. But for the very short period, maybe yes, or maybe for very special type business, for example, consultant. you are running your professional consultation firm, and you don't do too many transactions every year, and assuming each transaction is big enough, and maybe you don't do anything. You don't do anything, and I will tell you how to report the tax later on. Okay, without that, you still can run your business, but that is very unusual. Right now, something in my mind is probably for the professional consultation, maybe yes. Other than that, I just cannot imagine how your customer or your client cut a check to you. They must pay to somebody, right? So for the consultation and less transaction and big amount, maybe they just cut a check to yourself, to your personal, and you can generate the invoice to your customer. That's fine. But once your business is getting more and more complicated, I think business fictitious name may become necessary. It's open up for discussion. Yes.
So proprietorship is not for people who want to hire 1 or 2 people in their company, right?
That's fine, no problem. Okay. For sole proprietorship, you can hire as many people as you want.
Still?
Yes, there is no any law limit the size of sole proprietorship.
Oh.
You are the person who made the judgment when you want to change from sole proprietorship to corporation or LLC. That is totally up to you. There is no any law require you to change that. So, of course, sole proprietorship cannot become IPO for sure, right? This is contradict, right? So if your goal is to go IPO, you cannot run sole proprietorship. But other than that, no any problem. So for example, very extreme example, you are running your business as a sole proprietorship, and your business expand, and you need to hire 100 employees. That's fine, if you really want to. Even some people under your employment would like to apply for H1 visa, to apply for immigration, still okay. There is no any law require you convert your sole proprietorship for any other reason to corporation. However, the line is here. Once your business is getting bigger and bigger, you want to limit your personal liability. That is a fundamental issue. You don't want to run a big business under your personal liability. Otherwise, you see, everybody file a lawsuit against business that's against you. Imagine, okay, how many lawsuits arise every day against, say, Microsoft, against Apple, against Cisco? I bet you thousands, if not multiple thousands. I bet you every day on a daily basis. So if that really happened to a personal, then you can run a business. Every day you are being in the courtroom. Every day. Because the lawsuit is against your personal. So that's the reason why you better off consider at some point, you will convert your business from sole proprietorship to become the corporation. But other than that, if you really want to, you just keep it as a sole proprietorship. All right. So go back to my scenario. Once you open up your bank checking account, then you're set.
So this is also applicable for people who want to apply a business credit card additional.
That's correct. Yeah, it's still, again, very real situation. People try to apply for green card under the sole proprietorship type business, but it's workable. When immigration review your business, they don't care about your business is sole proprietorship or corporation. As long as your business is legitimate and you meet the guideline of the immigration, then your employee is fine. All right. So once you open your checking account, you're set, because the business model is you run your business, you identify your customer, you provide your service or you deliver your goods, you receive money. Then by the end of the year, you file tax. Then the whole year cycle complete.
So, one more question. When we, for example, we have a sole proprietorship and it has to have some income. Like, for example, our personal, the account is, the same is very similar to my name, and I have to fund my business account. Then what kind of tax will I need to take into consideration?
Yeah, we'll talk about that very soon. Okay, so let me give you one example. Okay, Mr. John Smith. Mr. John Smith, okay, is currently employed by a corporation. So Mr. John Smith keep on receive his regular paycheck. So for the whole year, he received $100,000 salary from his employer. So by the end of the year or the beginning of the next year, Mr. John Smith received W-2. And Mr. John Smith must report that certain amount on his 1040 as a regular salary income. So that's one part. And this is a very typical scenario in Silicon Valley, okay? Even though $100,000 is not enough, okay? The number must be much bigger. But to keep as a side job, John Smith doing his own business, assuming there's no interest conflict, assuming there's no violation of competition clause issue there, okay? John Smith run his own business on the side, provide professional consultation business. And even though John Smith filed a business fictitious name, but he said, my business is John Smith Consultation. As you say, the business name is very, very close or similar to his real name. That's fine. People cut a check still to John Smith. Sometimes John Smith Consultation, sometimes just say pay to John Smith. And from the tax standpoint, I will highly recommend, I will remind John Smith deposit any business related check, income check to his business account. Highly recommend. Even though if John Smith deposit business check into his personal account, nothing wrong. And the bank will allow it because it's under the same name. And for the big bank, they even do this even broadly. For the small type bank, my experience is they are very, very strict. If you deposit John Smith's consultation into John Smith's account, for the small type bank, they will not allow it. They just check, making sure the name is exactly the same. But for the big type bank, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, they don't care about that. They don't care about it, they just allow you to deposit, but that is not good practice. Why? We'll go into this. The reason why I will remind my client John Smith to making sure each business income check deposit into business checking account, because for your business income check, you don't receive W-2. You do not receive W-2. You may receive 1099 at the most. Sometimes you don't even receive 1099. Alright? Doesn't matter you receive 1099 or not. By law, you just report this business income as income. But we all know that is not W-2. Let me put it this way, okay? W-2 income, in the sense of taxation, it is the worst. It is the worst income. From the standpoint of taxpayer, it's the best income from the standpoint of IRS. All right. So you don't want to deposit your business income into your personal account, because once you mix up, you may lose your benefit for deduction. I will tell you what's the deduction. That is very important. So they will answer your questions.
So why can you, let's say if I receive for 1099, I say put it in my personal account.
It's fine.
I
If
can
you want
still
to.
report says a 1099 at such an amount.
Right. Right. But once you mix up, then maybe IRS come in to change your expenses is not allowable. So, for example, the cash flow issue is you deposit $10,000 income into your personal checking account instead of your business account. Then which account you're gonna cut the check to pay your business expenses? Of course, you still can cut your personal check to pay for your business expenses. That's fine. But once you mix out everything, and then later on you have hard time to report this Schedule C. I will talk about this. And this is a big issue. The fundamental issue is for your business related income, the income itself is subject to business related expenses deduction. So for example, we go back to John Smith's case. For the whole year, John Smith earned $100,000 from his employer. So this $100,000 he will report as a regular salary income. And that amount is not subject to business expenses. What with certain limit, maybe yes. But generally speaking, you have $100,000 income there, just there. And you cannot deduct the expenses you spend for commute, for example. Right? You need to maintain your car, you need to pay for your gas. You cannot deduct that. Compared to $10,000 business income here from 1099 or even without 1099. But when John Smith received $10,000 consultation fee, he will go through Schedule C to see how much money really left by the end of the year, and only report the balance as a business income. So maybe by the end of the year it's loss, maybe. You can legitimately create loss. And if you create loss from Schedule C, that loss is gonna offset your any other income. Of course, to run the business, the purpose is not to create a loss, right? So if you report the loss for so many years, IRS come in to challenge. What is your purpose? You can answer, my purpose is create a loss. Okay, you just say happen to see the loss. But as I said, for the first few years, your business really create a loss, net loss. You will offset your any other income. So that's the benefit from the standpoint of tax. Yes, Mariano?
It's under the law, I believe it's 2 years, right? You can report.
I think there's no really law. 3 years is
It's
fine.
2 years every 5 years. So
3 years is fine. I think
3
you
years.
report loss in 3 years is fine. Even later on, for some other years, you report loss is fine. IRS might challenge you if you receive the loss. How can you cover the loss? How can you finance? How can you get funding to cover the loss? As long as you say, well, I can cover my loss from my regular salary, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, so there's no 2 years rule. IRS just on a reasonable basis. As long as it's reasonable, it's not forged, it's not fake. It should be fine. It's not fraudulent, it should be fine.
okay.
So if like I start business, the first year maybe it will be lost,
Usually,
right?
usually.
Then
Right.
do I need to have a business account, put money from my regular personal account and put into my?
Yeah,
business
I will
account?
suggest you in order to open your business account, different bank, different charge, right? Maybe you put your personal account, transfer $1,000 from a personal account into your business account, just to maintain the minimum balance. And remember, for those of you who took my financial accounting, this is an accounting issue. When you transfer $1,000 cash from your personal to a business, that is your equity. You have a cash increased by 1,000. That's your business assets. However, on your business ownership equity, you have $1,000 owner interest there. So you can apply the knowledge you learn from your financial accounting to do the balance. So you're right. You transfer some certain amount of money from your personal to your business, and could be vice versa. In the future, down the road, when your business make profit, you can withdraw the money from your business account to your personal. That's fine. Everything is legal, no problem. You just do your properly, do the financial accounting, do the bookkeeping. That's it. But hopefully, once you setting up your business account, you don't put too much money from your personal to your business. Hopefully, by itself, the account by itself could be sufficient. When I say sufficient, I mean break even. The money bringing in from the business can cover its regular business expenses. Hopefully. Otherwise, there's no sense for you to open up your business, right? There's no sense you keep on losing money. You don't do nothing. It's even better off you're opening your business.
How about, for example, if you doing really good in your business and you're making, for example, $500,000
A year? You mean a year?
a year,
Okay.
and
When you say
well,
half
small
million,
business,
when you
small
half million,
business.
that means gross revenue.
gross revenue,
Gross revenue.
and
Okay.
then you do all your employee deductions and everything,
Okay.
and you go like 200,000 profit.
Okay.
You know, the-
So that means you have 300,000 expenses for the whole year.
You had like
Okay.
300
So you recognize 200,000 profit for year.
profit
Okay.
per year.
Okay.
So the taxes you're gonna pay for that is like 40%, or how can you?
Okay. We will talk about that. Okay. Usually, if you recognize 200,000 profit from a business, those 200,000 all go to your 1040.
Right.
And right now it's about 35%. It's around 35%.
35%.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a lot.
There's a lot. But you earn money, you pay something. That's not too bad. It's better than losing money, I would say. Yeah.
I have a question. So you, I'm not sure about this. When you're making that much money, and then you have your kids and family, and I understand that you can put a trustee fund.
You have so many accounts you can put in. Okay, that is a little bit beyond the scope of this class. However, as a sole proprietorship, okay, you should consider to set out so many different saving accounts. Say for example, health insurance saving, okay, and kids education. Yeah, you can follow out the tax code to set out education account. You just set aside the money into their account and can reduce your just mentioned $200,000 profit. You want to reduce that amount as low as possible.
Yeah.
And you follow our IRA, save IRA. And finally, probably we may have time to talk about this. For those people recognize very huge profit, you need to follow so many saving account and try to set aside, distribute your profit into each individual account. And the purpose is to reduce your taxable income. All right? $200,000, it may be called adjusted income after adjusted, okay, AGI, okay. That's not good, right? AGI, when AGI is very high, you're gonna lose so many tax benefit. So you need to reduce the number. So try to distribute your profit into each different saving account. And finally, you consider to set up your family foundation. You set up your family foundation, and you receive 501c3 number from IRS. I do a couple of this every year. So for those people, you are running your sole proprietorship. Number one, you're running sole proprietorship. Number two, you recognize huge profit. When I say huge, usually mean triple time of your regular income or triple of the average income in Silicon Valley. Say $500,000, more than that, okay? You set out your family foundation and you shift portion of your AGI to your family foundation. Again, reduce your taxable income. We'll talk about this, okay? For the very typical double income, double high income family, and usually this is very beneficial, very beneficial. We'll talk about this later on. Yes, really.
So, so for personal, I think there's some tax deductible. I mean, you can deduct from
Certain amount of money.
yeah.
Right.
But for
Is
the
a-
business,
you mean
is
the
there-
you mean the itemized deduction?
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But for sole proprietorship, is there any